Hello everybody, my name is Rhonda Parmley and I'm going to be your instructor this semester for Women's Studies 200. I hope that you find that registering for this class has been a good decision. Most of my students finish feeling like they have a whole new way of looking at the world. So I hope that that's the case for you, and I hope that's a positive outcome of taking this class. This is just a really quick introduction. I want to talk to you just for a couple of minutes here and help you get started on navigating the course. And then you'll have a lot to do within the first 48 hours of the class. I'd like to see you kind of really jump in the deep end here and figure out how the course is organized and what kinds of things are expected of you each week. I'm going to hold this up. Hopefully you have a copy of our textbook, Women's Voices, Feminist Visions. You want to have a copy of this. Hopefully you have a copy of it already, but if you don't, you want to get a copy of it as soon as you possibly can. And I'm going to just stop here for a second and shift screen view. And also, the next thing you're going to want to do is I'm on our course website here, on our D2L course shell, and I just wanted to walk you through a couple of pieces of this, just in case this is your first online class. So I'm on our homepage, actually on my table of contents here. And the first thing you're going to see is just everything that we're going to cover in the course. You can see, I think, the first 3 units here, the dates for each of the units. But right here is the Getting Started link. So within the next 24 hours, and hopefully all of you are going to log in within the first day of class. You're going to go through each of these links and open each of these and read through these. This particular section of the course is all standard. You'll see this across every online class that you take. So it'll just give you, especially if you're a first-time online student, this will give you lots of helpful information. Okay, so this is sort of the overview of when you're taking an online course. This next tab over here is Course Support Material. Again, so I'm going to click on that. You're going to want to read through everything in this link in the first 24 hours that you're in the class. So the most important piece is right here, our course syllabus. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. I do have a copy of the first 27 pages in the textbook. So if you are lagging behind in getting the textbook, you can read here. That'll give you a good start. Again, just kind of scan through that the first 24 hours, but you'll want to read these pages pretty thoroughly in the next few days. There's a discussion thread grading rubric and reading summary grading rubrics. These 2 things will be important for every week of the class. I'm going to pop on this syllabus here in just a second and talk to you about these. But you want to read these thoroughly because these are things that the discussion threads you'll be doing every week. The reading summaries, you're going to do 6 reading summaries throughout the semester. So you want to read that and know how to do those well. Then there are 2 other assignments in the class that come, one about midway through the class and the other about 2/3 through the class. The media critique is the first thing, so you want to read those assignment guidelines, maybe print a copy of those off or save them in an electronic file so you can access them later. You're going to be doing a media critique. Here are some ideas, what students have critiqued in the past. And then the last assignment is the book review. So you'll be doing the book review a little bit later in the course. Then again, just some books that students have read in the past. Here's a list here. I try to update this list after every semester. And then a book list here as well that's outside source. All of your writing assignments need to be in MLA format. So get a link here for finding what that means. It's very, very simple, but please do follow MLA formatting for all of your writing assignments. And then finally, the link for the online writing lab. So especially for the larger assignments, the media critique and the book review, as well as your reading summaries, if you have any challenges at all with your writing, use this writing lab as a resource. It's really nice service for students. I work at our campus writing lab. I'm still waiting on my hours right now. I'm not sure when I'm going to be here this semester, but I'm at the Larimer campus, so I'm in the writing lab there at campus. You can also go to your campus writing lab, but if you ever want to submit a writing assignment for a review, it's usually pretty good turnaround, usually within 24 hours. Let me just click on our syllabus. I'm going to show you, again, I'd like for you to read this by yourself within the first 24 hours, 48 hours at the latest, so that you'll know what's going on. And I'm going to just skip all the way through. All of this is just course description, student outcomes, expectations of you as participants. And let me just get down here. I'm going to come back to some of these. Hopefully it's not hurting your eyes. At very kind of almost to the end here, there's our grading scale. So you can see, just I'm going to kind of show you the percentage of your grade points for the semester. The online discussions are worth 40% of your grade. So it's like, be steady with those. Just participate, get in the rhythm of participating in the discussions every week. That's the heart of our class. The next piece that has the most weight in your grade are the reading summaries. Again, you're going to do 6 reading summaries for the class, and those come directly out of the textbook, okay? So you're going to have, you'll notice when you get the textbook, there's a chapter, like a chapter reading at the very front of each section. And after the chapter reading are essays. So you are actually going to be summarizing those essays. And they're very short, very sweet. They're not very complicated at all, but there are specific guidelines for that. The media critique is worth 120 points, about 10% of your grade. The book review is another 10% of your grade. And then finally, we have a midterm and a final exam. The total of those is 325 points. So they're 25% of your total overall grade. So they're important, but really what's the most important are these other things here. So a little further down on the syllabus is the tentative course topics, readings, and assignment schedule. So if you want to get your calendar out right away and plug in dates and topics, unit topics, this is where you're going to go for that. You want to look through each of these, so you've got the unit dates here, the topic here, the readings. The readings are going to come straight from the textbook. Occasionally I'm going to have a video or a movie for you to watch, or a link on YouTube or another website that I want you to look at, and that'll all be in the content section. And then the assignments and important due dates are here. So this is all here on the front end. You can plug all these dates in right away. Let me go back. And I just want to talk a few minutes or a couple of seconds here about the discussion board responses. So every week, opening, except for this week, because we open on Monday this week, but every week the next unit will open on a Tuesday at midnight. So our units go Tuesday through Monday. So what will happen is you'll have a main discussion thread for each week, and that will be a discussion thread that I moderate. And you want to do all the readings and any other covering of any other content, looking at PowerPoints for the unit before you respond to that main discussion thread. So you want to post your first response to that main discussion thread by Thursday night of each unit. And then your final response is due no later than midnight the following Monday. So this week we actually have an extra day, but that's to help you get on board with the course. In addition to the main discussion thread, there will be at least 5 to 7, probably at least 5 other reading summaries that your classmates are going to post for the unit. So you're going to respond to 2 other discussion threads besides the main discussion thread, for the total of 3 discussion threads each week. Okay, so keep that in mind. 3. One of them must be the main discussion thread unit, and 2 others are from the summaries that your classmates have done. Okay? So by the end of each unit, if you want to have the opportunity to earn full points, you will have needed to respond 6 times, twice on each of those 3 threads. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so that's the discussion board responses. So in order for the discussion threads, in order for those reading summary threads to work, let me scroll down here. You are going to be assigned a summary, 6 summaries throughout the semester. And you're going to be assigned 6 summaries throughout the semester. And so what you'll do is, once you've been assigned that summary is due by midnight Tuesday night of the unit. Again, it's a very short summary. So if you get your summary assignment, and I'll post those through, I think, about week 4 by the end of our first unit, you have to post your summary by midnight Tuesday night. Otherwise, I'm gonna start counting them late. Yeah, and then your classmates will respond to those summaries by Thursday night. So Tuesday is an important night. Now there's one exception, which is this week. This week, those of you who have been assigned a reading summary don't need to post your summary until Thursday night, okay? So we'll have Thursday night reading summaries due, and then you'll need to respond to them initially by Sunday night this week, those reading summaries, with your final responses on Monday. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to go back into the course content and show you what our first unit looks like. Okay, so we were here at course support material. So I'm going to scroll down here to Unit 1. So this will also open. These 3, Getting Started, Course Support Material, and Unit 1 should all be open to all of you right now. So this is a very typical setup for each unit. You're going to have some notes here, Why Women's Studies. So you're going to click on that, and that's going to have some assignment guidelines for the week. There will be a PowerPoint, at least one PowerPoint. You'll click on that. I'd like you to review the PowerPoint. And then the next section for each unit will be discussion threads, okay? So in this unit, we have a couple of extra ones linked here. The Unit 1 discussion threads are here, so I won't click on those right now, but there'll be the main unit discussion thread there, as well as reading summaries that'll be due by Thursday this week. This week, and if you could do this within the first 24 hours, that would be great. Just put an introduction to your classmates here on this discussion thread. Another thread I leave open all semester is the course questions thread right here. At any point, if you have any questions about the class or assignments or anything, and it's a question that would be relevant for everybody in the class, please ask it here. And I usually answer emails, and I look at this thread whenever I log on to the course. So they're the first 2 places that I go. I try to respond to emails right away, and then I go to the course questions link to see if you have any questions about assignments. And then I hop down to the discussion threads each week. So that's what your first unit week will look like. Again, welcome to the course. I am going to pay attention to who's introducing themselves within the first 24 hours. If you'd like to volunteer to do one of the reading summaries from Chapter 1, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, I will assign those, and those will be due by Thursday night this week. But welcome, and I look forward to getting to know all of you this semester. Take care.